Well, the first test of the 2024 presidential election hits on Monday when Iowa Republicans gather to caucus. But will the caucuses provide an initial moment of truth for former President Trump's comeback bid, or will it help Republicans rally behind one of his challengers? I spoke today with the chief Washington correspondent for ABC News, Jonathan Karl. John, the Iowa caucuses are just hours away, and Trump obviously has a commanding lead overall, but are you expecting any surprises?
You can't rule out a surprise. Look, we've been talking, people have been talking throughout the political world, Democrats and Republicans, that Trump is the dominant player in the Republican primary, has the big leads in all the polls, but nobody has voted yet. Now, finally, it's 7 o'clock on Monday night. People in Iowa are going to turn out. Republicans in Iowa have to show up in the midst of a brutal winter storm and say who they're going to vote for. I think that anything can happen. Trump is the dominant favorite, to be sure. But the question is, how much of a favorite? Does he get more than 50% of the vote? Who comes in second place? Is it a strong second place? Who, Nikki Haley or Ron DeSantis, has the momentum going on to the states that follow? And is there any sign of vulnerability for Trump? If he's significantly below 50%, even with a win, that shows that, there is some vulnerability.
And John, I know on Sundays this week you'll be interviewing Ron DeSantis. He really needs a win in Iowa.
Oh, he absolutely needs, if not a win, he needs to have a very strong second place finish in Iowa. He has devoted more time and more money than any of the candidates to Iowa. He's been out there. He has spent tens of millions of dollars organizing people on the ground, television advertisements, visiting every county in the state. He needs to do very well. What would be devastating to Ron DeSantis would be to come in behind not just Trump, but Nikki Haley. And I think that's why you see him going so strongly right now against Nikki Haley. He first wants to put her aside and then be able to have a head-to-head matchup against Trump.
And I know Nikki Haley is in a tight race against Trump. Where do you see her fitting in all this?
Well, just the flip side of that, if Nikki Haley can find a way to actually surpass DeSantis in Iowa, it sets her up very well in New Hampshire, where she is doing extremely well in recent polls, shows that she is within striking distance of actually having a chance of beating Donald Trump in New Hampshire. So if she can do well, beat DeSantis in Iowa, and come into New Hampshire where she's got a much closer race, this puts her in a position to be the one thing standing between Donald Trump and the Republican nomination.
All right, Jonathan Karl, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Peter.